Weird War Weirdos. It's going down. It's Brian of Weird World War II. Had some free time. Thought I'd jump in and do some hobbying. There you go. There you go. Didn't see anybody in a while. Been busy. And then I survived the apocalypse eclipse we had. So I was right in the middle of the totality. Sounds like the Mortal Kombat, like finish him, the totality. That was pretty fucking cool. If you guys haven't seen the video, check it out. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. I remember seeing one several years ago, but it wasn't like this one. It was like, we had like 60% or some shit like that. But it was pretty cool. Hey, Raven, what's up, girl? What are you up to? You survived. I was just saying, I survived the eclipse. So I was in the totality. So it was pretty surreal. Sean, what's up? It's true. The Apocalypto Eclipso. That was a kick-ass movie, by the way. Apocalypto, about the Mayans, with the Spanish show up at the very end. That was fucking awesome movie. That was that Road Warrior guy directed that. Mel Gibson. That was a good movie. That was hardcore too, man. Woo. See, there's assholes everywhere, oppressing people and sacrificing them and shit. Nothing's different no matter where you go, I guess, huh? Yeah, Mel's at work actually. Has some free time finally, so I gotta work. It's cool because I DoorDash for my money now, right? So I can I make up my own hours, which is pretty cool. But I usually try to work at least five days a week for about 10 hours or so. Do pretty good. I make about $200 a day. So that's pretty cool. But it's also cool because, shit, guys, if you guys haven't done, Mel Gibson. If you guys haven't done DoorDash and you just want some extra cash, dude, guys, it's nothing. You just sign up and you just pick it up, drop it off. Bunch of people who are too lazy to get up, and go get their own shit, you just do it. It's pretty cool. It's fun. It's I'll be honest with you guys, it's like a video game. You're driving around, you get this like bloop, 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 like this thing, your phone goes off and there's like a it gives you like a quote. It gives you like the distance and what restaurant or what business you're going to, and then like how much minimum you'll be paid. So Raven, when you do it, so like there's like if you want to get to the platinum level, and when you get to that level, you get like all the good shit first. You get all the high paying ones first. So like your first week or so, you just take everything, just like $2 trip, whatever the fuck. But you build up the percentage. Like, so for you to be in platinum, I think you have to stay 70% or higher of accepting, they call them dashes, the jobs. So if you stay over 70%, and then you don't have like bunch of like mess ups or anything like that, you'll get the platinum stuff, right? And then I went out and bought a catering bag. I spent like $15 and bought it, right? I took a picture of it and showed the dimensions or whatever, and I sent it into DoorDash, and now I get like catering gigs, right? So that's even more money. Big jobs, big money. And it's funny because most of the restaurants or whatever you pick up from, they're all in their own bags. Like let's say like Panera Bread restaurant. I did one just the other day, and there was like 3 big fucking bags, and it was just Panera provided the bags, so it's not like you're really using that shit. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, so I haven't done the dash by the hour. That's like shopping for people, like going to a store and like shopping for them. I haven't done that. I hear that I talk to, it's funny because I run into all these, like I run into other Dashers and I run into other like Uber Eats and Google Food or whatever, all the other like, and we just bullshit. We talk about like the services or whatever. And when Uber Eats guy was telling me that he does the shopping for people, and he's like, yeah, man, it's like pick up 50 items and they, for these rich people and they give me $50 or some shit. I'm like, but I haven't done it. So, I'm sure the tipping and stuff varies in, your locale. I mean, aren't you, Raven? I can't remember where you were. Right? You're not in California, are you? I think you're up in like Oregon or something. I don't remember. But if you're in a small town, it might be worth driving to like a bigger city to get more, opportunity. But yeah, it is such easy. It's a little wear and tear on your car, because you're putting in some miles. But if you have a car that gets good gas mileage and you just upkeep your vehicle, you should be good. And I make like $200 a day. That's tax free. I mean, you're gonna have to file all that taxes at the end of the year shit too, anyway. But yeah, shit. Like I worked 4 days last week, and I made like $1,000 in 4 days. So not cash, but like every Sunday I just transferred all of my bank account, and it's just like fuck $1,000 in 4 days. That's awesome. Shit. Oh shit, yeah, St. Louis. I'm sure St. Louis is like a great spot because it's it's an urbanized city and whatnot. I have family that live up in Arnold. Do you know where Arnold is? It's like a suburb of St. Louis. That's cool. You're up in Illinois. Yeah, see, and that's another thing. Some people do tip in cash. Usually they just like, so how it works, it'll like DoorDash will pay you a bare minimum. It usually starts off at $2. And if it's a far distance, they'll tack on like another buck or so. But if it's like far, this is what the lipness that I go by. It's like at least $1 a mile that I have to drive. Okay. So if it's like, 5 miles, the whole like going to the shop and dropping it off is 5 miles. And if it's $5, I'll do it. But if it's like $2 for 5 miles, I won't do it unless, I need to go in that area that I'm dropping it off at anyway. So I'm driving that way anyway. So I'll do that. So yeah. But yeah, guys, seriously, if you're like, like even like for like your kids' birthdays or anniversaries or Christmas, just DoorDash for a couple of days, make several $100, and there you go. You're saving up for a new. You save up for a new whatever. Your widget that you've been wanting. And boom, you can have it pretty fucking quick. It's pretty cool, and it's real easy. You just like you go to the store, right? You go to the restaurant, and it's not just restaurants and food places. It's like I do auto parts stores, and I've been to like beauty supplies and pet stores and shit like that too. So it's like it's almost like anything that that any business that signs up with it, you pretty much can do. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I would suggest take every dash at the beginning, just and you'll see as you mess with it and stuff on your phone. There's like a menu that shows like your statistics or your ratings, right? And it'll show you like the percentages, your percentage rate, like and then it'll say like your successful deliveries, and like and it'll be like a rating, like star ratings of your customers and shit. But yeah, it's real easy, and it's like for the most part, what you do is that you'll get your dash or whatever, and you'll go to the restaurant, and you'll go to the employees and say, hey, I got a DoorDash for and it'll say like Samantha, and they'll go, oh, okay, so here it is. Make sure it's the one that they give you is Samantha's, right? And then you just follow the map. I have one of those things that like holds your phone on your windshield, I just put that thing on there, and I just push directions, and then it'll go into like a map program, and it'll just tell me how to get there. I just drive to the place, and there's two different pretty much two different settings like for the customer how to get their stuff. It's like one is just drop it at their door, and what you'll do is you just put their stuff on their front door, and you'll take a picture of it just to show that you were there and there it is and blah. And then you finish the dash and you're done. You go to the next one. And then, or you just give it to them in person, which is just, you knock on their door and you just give it to them. So, but yeah, like, so just the other day, like some lady tipped me like $20. So it was awesome. It was like a $2, it was a two mile dash. She was already paying me $12 to take her a pizza. It was like a pizza. And then she gave me another $20. So, in cash. So that's shit, man. That's awesome. But there's also also the opposite. There's those who don't tip at all, right? So that's why I make sure that and then there's times when like you got to get your percentage up for whatever reason. You just take some. I usually if I do take a low ball amount, it'll be a short distance. So like a $2 dash at like 2 miles or 1 mile, that's not a big deal. It'd take me like 15 minutes to do and get my percentages up or whatever. But for the most part, when you get to that platinum level, you're getting decent. You're getting like 5 or higher. And I mean, but I do drive. I mean, sometimes I'll have like an $18 offer for 15 miles. But I know the city that I'm in, and I can take shortcuts and shit. So, but that's one other thing is if you want to learn the roads of a city, dash there for like a couple weeks. You'll learn the whole fucking city, man. It's great. I went to Amazon and looked up like insulated like catering bags, and they had a bunch of different ones. Now, DoorDash has they give you like the dimensions that they want you to have. So go look at your mess with the DoorDash thing before you do it. Actually, just go to like the menu and look at like all the whatever's on there and just read all that stuff. Like I got a pizza bag, so now I can do pizza deliveries. Certain pizza companies want you to have a pizza bag when you deliver. And my first pizza delivery happened to be at like a Papa John's pizza, and you have a pizza bag? I'm like, no, here. And they gave me like a DoorDash pizza bag. So they're having some sort of like, having some sort of deal with DoorDash to distribute pizza bags to its drivers, or whatever. So, there's that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'm a real people person too, so I love it because I get out, and it's funny because you'll get kind of the feel of like what restaurants are like. So like fast food guys, just a suggestion, if you ever want fast food, go through the drive-thru because that is the priority, is the drive-thru. They have like 3 people always, there's at least 2 people working the drive-thru at all times at every restaurant, right? So if you really want, even if there's a line in the drive-thru, that means it's even slower inside. Don't think that going inside is going to be faster because it's not. But sometimes you got to go like, hey, where's the food? Come on, I've been sitting here for 5 minutes. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes. And sometimes you got to kind of put the fire on their feet. But I'm a big fat bastard, and I guess I look intimidating at times. So they pretty. I mean, I'm not an asshole either. I'm just like, hey, I need to go. Is it ready or not? And then after a while, if you're sitting there for a while, I think it's like 10 or 15 minutes. It'll ask you, says, you've been sitting here for a while. Do you want to cancel this, this contract? And like, if you know that the food ain't coming, you're like, fuck yeah. So you're out of here so you can go do something else. But yeah, there's, and like, it was funny because just the other day, I kept getting, so I got a dash for a Shipley's Donuts. It's a big donut chain down here. And, but this Shipley's wasn't taking DoorDash orders for some reason. I think or credit card orders or whatever. So I think their internet was messed up or something. So I would call DoorDash and say, hey, they're not taking DoorDash orders. And then what they'll do is they'll confirm that. And what they'll do is they'll give you half of the promised amount. because of your time that you went there or whatever. But I did like 6 orders that day on that Shipley's, and every time I just called. So I made like $15 just not doing anything, just responding to this restaurant that I knew weren't taking DoorDash orders and just getting half the amount. So, I mean, they know that, I don't know, but yeah, so, there's that kind of shit. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, man, it's a blast. It's fun. You get to meet people. You get to talk to folks. You're driving around your town. And don't get me wrong. I mean, you got to, if you don't like driving, don't do it, because there's a lot of driving. And if you don't like people, don't do it, because you'll be misery, because you have to deal with, like, you don't have to deal with the customers so much. You got to deal with like the store staff. So all the teenage kids at the fast food stores and all that kind of shit. So, but just like anything, there's challenges to it, but it's fucking easy money, guys. It really is. It's super easy money. Yeah, at first, because you don't really know what it's about. So yeah, you're kind of hesitant. But even if you mess up, like I messed up once. I brought the wrong order. I'm like, shit, and I took it back, and I just got the right one and brought it back to them, and they were cool about it. Most people are pretty cool about it. But yeah. But I've had some people say that I didn't deliver their shit. I'm like, that's bullshit. I have pictures, because like when you drop it off, you take a picture, right? And then that picture goes to DoorDash. It doesn't sit in your phone. It goes to DoorDash. So it's like, they'll go back and they'll research it or whatever, and they'll see that at that day, at that customer, I was in front of a house with a 7-Eleven bag in front of a door at that time. So yeah, just follow, and it's all on your phone. It just tells you what to do. Like I do like liquor orders. Like I'll go to liquor stores, pick up a bunch of booze for a bunch of fucking drunks, so they don't have to get out. That's great though. Like, it's like, hey man, all you stoners, all you drunks, call DoorDash and say, hey man, I got the munchies. I'm not gonna get out and get into a wreck or do something stupid. I'll just call DoorDash and get my munchies or buy some booze or whatever the fuck. But like when you do like a booze order, you just like it's on your phone. It just says get their ID. And then what you'll do is you get like their ID and you just put it on your phone camera, and it takes a picture of it, and then it goes up there and you have them sign that they got it, and then there you go. You pass them the booze, give them the booze. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's fun, and again, it's like easy money. Oh, do you use the services? I've never used DoorDash, dude, ever. I knew that it existed, but I didn't know it was so prevalent. I mean, it is like massive. I mean, I know I've met at least 50 DoorDash people just in my town, because I mean, I live in a medium-sized town, and dude, there's a lot of them. And it's funny because you don't really see anybody until the weekends. But like I work during the week. So I usually work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday sometimes. And yeah, I just work all day, just drive around, and there's like hot zones, right? That they'll DoorDash will show, like there's a map, and it'll show you like the hot zones. And you just kind of go to those areas, and then like you'll get a warning, or not a warning, but you'll get an alert saying, hey, there's a dash, and you got 30 seconds to claim it or not. And if you miss it, it just you miss it. But what happens when you refuse a DoorDash, it knocks your percentage. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to, get people to take these fucking orders, right? Even if they're shitty orders, someone will take it if they're close. Again, if it's close, I don't have a problem. If it's like a $2 is like there's no tip. It's just DoorDash paying you $2. And if it's if it's like a mile, it's not a big deal. It'll take you 15 minutes, you're done, and you keep your percentage, and your percentage rate goes up or whatever. But if you got like a $2 for 15 miles, yeah, they can go fuck themselves. I'll take a hit. That's just way too much time and too much gas money, gas and wear and tear to drive out to only get $2. But luckily in Texas, and that's another thing. If you live in a state with like high gas prices, that's something you need to work into, like, what you're willing to do, what you're not. Because in Texas gas is pretty cheap. Like, I think compared to the rest of the state, like $2.99, I think it was this week. That's the lowest I could find. No, $2.93 was the lowest I could find in this week. And it was funny because a lot of people were bumping up the prices because all the eclipse watchers were coming into town. So that week of the eclipse, all the gas stations went up like 10 cents or something. I'm like, yeah, you bastards. It was fun though. I met a lot of people. Actually, a lot of people like from staying in hotels and stuff were using the DoorDash, and I met a lot of people like from different countries and out of state talking, there to go, check out the eclipse and stuff. They're lucky because today, the eclipse was yesterday, right? Today it's been nothing but raining. I mean, it's been storming like all day today. What is today? Tuesday? Yeah, all day today. So shit, it was kind of cloudy for the eclipse too, so we lucked out. But yeah, it's been storming all day today. So I'm glad that we got to see it how we saw it. But it was pretty cool looking up at the sun and just seeing like a black sun. That was pretty neat. But yeah. Yeah, so there's different options, Raven. Like you can get so you in DoorDash you can get, it's called a dash card or something. It's like a debit card, right? And like if you're gonna shop for people, that's what you use. What they'll do is I think they'll send you money to use to buy the stuff at the store, and then you go deliver it or whatever. And then also I believe you can use those cards as like your own debit card. I think like you can put your money on it. And I don't do that. What I do is I do a transfer. So like I work the week, like Sundays, you can do a bank transfer from your DoorDash account to your bank for free. All day Sundays for free. But I think it's like any other day, it's like $1.50 to transfer your cash. But you can transfer it, like if let's say you work Monday and Tuesday and you need the cash, you can just transfer that to your bank and it'll charge you $1.50. But it takes so I've been doing this for about a month and a half, right? Almost 2 months. And it's always taken only 2 days. So I dump my money. It actually about a day, like a full business day. Because I'll transfer it on Sunday, and then it'll be in my bank account by Tuesday. So yeah, Cinematic, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. We're just rambling about DoorDash. I've been DoorDashing and telling everybody how I don't know if you guys have DoorDash you're down in Australia, right? Australia. I don't know if you guys have that down there. Shit, you might. I don't know, some service where you like call people and. Yeah, I mean, I think. Yeah, Ray, but I'm not sure. I think you can do like PayPal too, just some sort of like. Oh, you do have DoorDash, okay? Yeah, man, it is easy money. I've been telling everybody. I mean, if I hustle in a week, I'll make $1,000, just like DoorDash, like for 4 days. That's fucking awesome. But yeah. It's pretty cool. But like, I was telling folks, it's like, if you need like, you need a new set of, whatever, airbrush, you need a new airbrush. Just go DoorDash for a day, in one day I can make $200 to $250, just like working during the day. And then at night, it's funny because at night the base price is a little bit more because a lot of people don't want to work at night because whatever, for whatever reasons. And, look, I live in a medium-sized town. There are bad areas of town, but I live in Texas, so I'm always armed. I've got a gun on me at all times when I'm out DoorDashing. So it's not a big deal. So it's just, I don't work at night usually because I can't fucking see. My eyes are shit now. So it's like, I would work. I mean, I can see, but, of course, anybody who orders a DoorDash at night, they never turn their fucking lights on, right? Like you would think, you're like, hey, there's a guy coming to my house to drop me off my delicious food or my, my cigarettes or my booze. So I want him to be able to see my house. So I should turn I should turn on the damn exterior lights, right? But fuck no, they don't. Never. It's maddening. It's so crazy. And the rich never fucking tip. They don't tip with a shit. That's why they're rich. Oh, no shit. Oh man, you gotta do some badass. You gotta make some badass. You know what, dude? Let's do a fucking game. Let's do you don't have to let's do an online game, man. Let's play out a game, like some weird war game scenario, and then make a badass. After we play it or whatever, make it. Whatever happens, make a badass movie out of it, dude. That'd be fucking sweet, dude. I got all sorts of crazy shit. Hell, I'll even send you my army. You can put on the table if you want. I'll send it to Australia. Represent. Weird War II. Represent. I've done that before. Dave from Pulp Alley. We did a game with him, and I sent him my my league. It was what was it? It was the skeet shooting and it was like the nuns or something. It was pretty funny. Yeah, we should do that. That'd be fun, bro. Yeah, if you got a K-47 army, shit, I can match something to that. Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen Cinematic Tabletop's YouTube channel, go check it out, guys. He makes these battle reports. They're like fucking movies. They're like a live action comic book. They're fucking phenomenal. I love them. It's like my favorite. Honestly, dude, you do my favorite battle reports. In the whole fucking YouTube. I watch a lot of battle reports. Most of them are mediocre, but yours are the best, dude. And no, I'm not getting paid by him. He's just a bad motherfucker. But yeah, a buddy of mine. He needed me to help him. I guess he's getting into Epic. Or whatever they call it, whatever the new 40K thing is, the little one. And I've been printing him like Eldar army. They're like little bitty Eldars. Man, if you guys don't know how to 3D print, you get the STL, which is like the file that has the bit, right? And you put it, you go onto a program. It's almost like Paint. And you just put the bits on your plate is what the surface that your stuff is printed on, right? And this is mine's bigger than that, but it's probably I'm printing something right now. So my plate's probably about maybe I don't know, fucking 10% more of this thing. But anyway, and you just place them all how you want on the plate, right? And try to fit as much shit on there as you can. And I've been printing a whole shit ton. He's got there's a little avatar, Eldar avatar for it, and then he's got support weapons and stuff for it all. But anyway, that's what I've been doing this week. I've been working and printing this shit up. It's pretty cool. I mean, little bitty dudes. They're just little bitty Eldar. That's what I've been doing all fucking week. All right, girl. Well, good to see you. Yeah, don't be afraid to do that DoorDash, and it's easy money. Easy money. Super easy money. But yeah. Yeah, so Cinematic. Dude, do you have a 3D printer around? Because I find some badass shit, some crazy, awesome Weird World War II stuff. If you're in the look, if you need anything, you let me know, bro. I'll hook you up. Okay? Little baby. What was it in? I'm a big Red Dwarf fan. If you guys have seen that, and he's talking about the nanos. Crichton's talking about the nanos, he's saying that's how they talk or some shit. That's what every time I see one of these these are 6mm. So every time I see that, I think of little Red Dwarf nanos. Yeah. Oh, you got one? Okay, cool. Yeah, I got a Ligu as well. Very cool. I got the Mars 2 Pro. Oh, fucking Red Dwarf's the best, man. It's the best. Hey, Cinematic, if you want to jump on, dude, you're welcome. You're welcome to live. I can shoot you the the link if you want to rap. And then anybody else I know on here that I know, not biblically or anything. Come on now, but someone that I know. Yeah, dude, let me know, man. I got all the fucking Eldar, so I have all the STLs for fucking Eldar, everything possible the Eldar have, except maybe the planes. I don't have any of the plane stuff, but all the tanks and their troops and fucking all that shit. So if you want any of that, let me know. Oh, that's cool. No problem, man. Anytime, dude. Anytime I'm on, man. You're welcome to sit in and rap with me. Trying to get some new faces going. Hey, HS, what's hey, look at that. It's Richard in the house, man. Oh, you got the illegal setting through Ultra. Ooh. Richard's always got to up me up. All right. So guys, HS LaFiva. Awesome name. He won our Christmas party prize. And I finally sent him all of his Christmas shit. He's up in Alaska in the dark wastes of Alaska. That's cool, man. Yeah, hopefully you can use him, dude. Hey, man, no problem, dude. No problem, man. I'm glad I got a hold of you. You were off the grid for a little while. For a couple months, I was trying to reach out and trying to find you, but you're off the grid. But I'm glad that I was able to track you down because I didn't have your address. But yeah, that was cool. I'm glad that you and you got you should have two packages. You should get the minis, and you should get that battleground, the troll one, the battleground. I did copied those for you, so you should have that too. So have some fun, recreate all those Alaskan battles. Trolls up there. So what's up, Richard, man? I'm sorry I have not been able to play with you guys Sunday, dude. So Richard is good buddy of mine. Richard's like a long time old school gamer, dude. He's been doing this since like the 60s or 70s. You should see him and his crew up there. They have a fucking gaming collection like you would not believe. I've showed some pictures of it before on the channel. It is just like there's hundreds of years worth of gaming experience between all those guys, and they got a hell of a collection, man. A hell of a collection. But yeah, I usually work on Sundays, man, and I just I've been doing that DoorDash, and I just don't have the time to get up there because I gotta make that money. Since I've been working, she's been needy. She wants more shit. Yeah. Yeah, those battleground is pretty cool. I like the idea of like the trolls, kind of like they should have done that, man. If they, it's so funny because at one time when battleground, like when Easy 8 stopped being Easy 8, they closed down. Me and my pal JC, we reached out to them, to who we could find at least, to see if we could buy it, the rights and shit, but just no one had any interest. They just wanted it dead. They just wanted to kill it for whatever reason. I don't know why. Something happened, and then they just dissolved everything. I don't know what happened, but yeah, man. I mean, if they were just to make, they didn't have to make anything new. They could have just kept, hell, I fucking took it on pretty much on my own and just made free content, for fucking years and years and years and years. So hell, I don't know. So Dust is a beautiful game. It looks awesome. All the minis are cool, and the mechs are the best in the weird World War II biz, in my opinion. But it plays like a board game. Now, there's two versions of Dust. You got Dust Tactics, which is like the board game, and then you got Dust Warfare, which is more of a traditional war game. Like, you measure in inches instead of like squares, like in the board game. But I haven't played that. I've played it a couple times, but it's been a while. But I didn't own anything. Anyway, I was playing other people's shit. But I have all that stuff. I'm gonna get to it. I just haven't got to it yet. But the Dust Tactics plays like a board game. It's real fast. It's real kind of like simple. I don't know if it would look. I mean, it probably look good on one of your. You could make it look cool on one of your battle reports. But I think if you're more of a traditional war gamer, I think the Dust Warfare would be more better one to choose. Yeah, Victory Force. I reached out to shit. I just went blank. I can't remember his fucking name. It's been my time. Yeah, I reached out to him to see because there's a couple minis I wanted to pick up, but I know he was shopping it out. He was shopping it out to try to sell it, but I think from what I had heard, he wanted a substantial amount for the catalog, and I guess he just didn't get what he wanted, and he just closed everything down. Yeah, that was a bummer, man. James Bland. He did all the. If you guys don't know, James Bland did all the minis and all the artwork for the old Battleground World War II system. And then when Easy 8 dissolved, he started his own miniatures company called Victory Force. And fantastic minis, man. Really detailed, historically accurate. Great. His Easy 8, his Battleground minis were great. They let the real comic book looking, and I had all of them at one time. And it's funny because I had sold all of that and replaced it with Victory Force stuff. I don't know why. That's what I did. But yeah. Yeah, they made a Vietnam. I have the Vietnam rules for Battleground. It's unfinished, but it kind of simplifies it a little bit more. Instead of each weapon having a range kind of thing, it's like everything's based on like the morale, which is what my Battleground Weird World War II is basically a heavily modified Battleground. So, but yeah, nerd, what's up, girl? It's been a minute. It sure has, man. Good to see you. Yeah, so the Dust Tactics is like squares, like big squares. I got here. Let me grab. I'll grab a thing real quick. Oh, sweet. You still have all the Battleground. Oh man, shit. I should not have gotten rid of it. I love my favorite Battleground minis were their vampires. Their MP44 IR minis, dude, those are fucking awesome. Those are great. I love those. Those are sweet. But with James, doing Victory Force, I mean, his Victory Force, his like weapons look fucking awesome. He still had kind of the chubby, kind of a cartoony face, but man, all of his kit was like, man, you could see the loops and the hooks and shits and the belts, and man, it was great. And it's funny because at the time, his stuff is more closer to 32, right, than 28s. So his stuff was a little bit bigger than everything else. And in my youth, my OCD was insane. So it was like, I gotta just, it was hard to try to find minis that would stack good with the Victory Force because they're a little bit bigger. But whatever. Nerd. Cinematic was asking about Dust. Now you've played a lot of Dust Warfare. If you have a minute, in the message, let him know what you think of it because I've only played it a couple times and it was a while ago. Now so Cinematic. If you play bolt action, that's what K47 is. It's just they have a couple extra rules in K47 that I think is way better. That makes it a better game system than bolt action. They have this kind of like reactionary fire or reactionary movement or some shit like that. I can't remember. I just read the damn rules like a month ago, but I haven't played it. Yeah, does. Oh, and hey, nerd, I just picked up the. You don't play. Anyway, Heroes or Shadows over Normandy. Those are those like that kind of chit game that I've been playing a lot late. I picked up the Dust expansion for that, so I'm gonna play a Dust game using those little chits. It'd be pretty cool. I guess is 47 is light tactics, but it's not. I think Warfare is shit. I don't know. There's so many incarnations of Dust. I don't remember. Yeah, the firefight reaction in this game. Yeah, those, dude. If those were in bolt action, they would be a whole different game. It really would. I think And it was funny because Bolt Action Second Edition came out right after K47 kicked off, and everybody thought that K47 rules were going to be Bolt Action version 2, but they weren't. So, but I think they're better rules. I can't remember if I'm glad that Bolt Action came out with templates. Jesus, I'm like, you don't have templates in a modern battle game? That's weird. So 47, Dust 47 kind of kept the tactics feel from what I can read. And then Warfare is still its own. It's more traditional wargaming miniature game. But again, the minis are fantastic. And Cinematic, if you don't know, Nerd's Nerd, she makes all those badass free like STLs of Dust. So if you need shit, I'll get with you and I'll shoot you Nerd's Colts account, and all of her shit she's one of the good ones, man. All of her shit, guys, Nerds is like us. She's a lover of the hobby and the game, and she all this time and effort she puts in it, she gives back to the community, and we all love her for it. And I'm appreciative, and that's why I plug her as much as I possibly can, because she puts in a lot of time and effort to make all those STLs, and she gives them out for free. So, and we're appreciative of that. Trust me. Yeah, HS. I have my YouTube. Just go to Weird World War II. YouTube, not YouTube. Facebook. Go to the Facebook group. It's pretty active. It's got over several. I think there's like 1,200 people on there, and it's pretty active. Yeah, if you have any kind of projects that you're working on, just go to the YouTube group. I'll let me see if I can grab it real quick. I'll put the link in the. But I think that's the most. And then I'm on. If you go to weirdworldwar2.com, that's my blog. If you look to the left, those are all of our working sites. And I mean, I'm all over. I'm on like X. I'm on BitChute and Twitter, not Twitter. Whatever, all the tweeters and twatters and leaguers and bloggers, whatever the fuck. I'm all over the net. It's all Weird World War II. Here, let me grab that. I think you're on. Aren't you on the Facebook group? I thought you were already on the Facebook group. Let me see if that'll work. So guys, everybody that's watching, swing if you guys want to add to the community, and if you're on Facebook. I know a lot of people don't like Facebook, but if you are on Facebook, go to the Facebook. I tried to get on OnlyFans. I tried, but I couldn't get it to work because I just wasn't good looking enough. So, but I actually tried to get on Pornhub too, but yeah. So I'll put my Weird World War II link on here too. This is my blog. This blog's been going off like got everything on it. It's got some inappropriate shit on there, so but you guys are all weirdos, so you guys can handle it. But if you look left to the blog, you'll see all of our links too, and it also has all of our sponsors too, so you get discounts of these cool ass people that weirdos like us. So no, not at all, dude, not at all, bro. Hey, listen. I want the community to thrive. So, and that means we need to plug each other. If you got some cool shit going down, try to keep it World War II or Weird World War II related. But, other than that, just throw, you guys are more than welcome to throw up, if you not throw up, but, put up your projects and your videos and whatever you got going on, your STLs that you make, whatever, just throw them on the YouTube channel or the Facebook channel. Facebook? Yeah, Facebook. I get YouTube and Facebook. When I speak, I get Facebook and YouTube mixed up for some reason. Because I'm old. An old man. But yeah, and then again, like, shit, let me see where I'm on here, guys. So I'm on, Let's see what my links are here. I'm going down my list here. I'm on BitChute, which is like a YouTube alternative. I'm on Discord. We have a Discord channel too. Go there. You can do all your stuff on there too. That'd be a good place to put your your projects and stuff. We're on Facebook, Getter, Instagram, Mastodon, Minds, Odyssey, Rumble, TikTok, Twitch. I have a Twitch channel, but I've never done anything with it because I don't know fucking how. I don't get it. And then Twitter and YouTube. And then our sponsors are Brother Vinny, Coveted Forge, Gaddis Gaming, KLT Studios, Meta Press, Manufacturer, Incursion. Pretty sweet. They're all badasses. Some awesome stuff. Some good shit. Rev Wings. Web Wing. Shit, man. I had a weird World War II YouTube group. Or not YouTube. Yahoo group back in the day. I was crushed, man, because that was a pretty badass forum. And when was it Google? I guess Google bought Yahoo or whatever. They closed all that shit down. And I'm like, I was crushed, man, because I had a lot of. I was scrambling to get all that content off of there before it disappeared. But yeah, and there's some more sites on there too. I didn't list. I just was going down there real quick. But yeah, feel free. Any of those sites, come in and add your shit. Just make it World War II or Weird World War II related in some way, or pulp, or that kind of shit. Yeah, it is, dude. It's funny because it's funny because I've been talking to a bunch of my channel people that watch the channel, and they said they've been having problems like posting stuff. And I swear to God, YouTube is like shadow banning me too, because I'll remark on people's stuff and it just never shows up and shit. So no, they can't handle the weird, man. Just can't handle it. It's their loss. But see, that's the problem, guys, because it's like when you fall into the and that's what I don't like. And again, I'm not besmirching the people that do this, but when the people follow the algorithm, it's all the same shit. It's the same battle reports. It's the same box openings. It's the same shit. It's nothing unique. It's nothing fringe or nothing weird, or it's nothing unique. It's all just and then like the real famous ones, it's all just studio. And don't get me wrong, they look fantastic, but I mean, I want to see people play. Cinematic. I love your fucking movies. I watch your damn battle report movies. Those are my favorite. But like, I also enjoy like those battle reports. It's like you and your buddies are having some beers and you're playing games, and you see the people's faces. They're fucking with each other and they're laughing at their missteps, and they're screaming and they're yelling, they're having a good time, and you see their faces and their expressions, and you get to know these people, and it's like they're your buddies. And that's why you go back to keep watching it, man. That's why I go back. My favorite channel to watch when I got into YouTube was the Norwegian guys. Dude, my brain. Tabletop Battles. Sven and all those guys, and they're fucking awesome. It's like they're your buddies, and they're just throwing dice and having a good time, man. I love that shit. It's true. It's true. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, cinematic. If you did like 40K battle reports like you do your other ones, dude, you'd be on top, man. Because I'm telling you, man, your shit is fucking awesome. It's awesome. I fucking love it. It's like reading a comic book, dude. It's like it brings me back to like my youth when I was reading, Army at War, Weird War Tales, Sergeant Rock, G.I. Joe, and all that shit. It was just like, it's like that's when I watch those, it feels like I'm reading those comics again, and playing with my army men in Battleground, and playing, my war gaming like that too. That's what I see it like. But yeah, dude, it's like, I mean, you should try one, dude. I mean, you should do like a 40K and see what happens. I mean, do like a, I don't know, whatever. Do one, see what happens. See, shit, get some shit. It's all cool. I mean, if you like 40K, oh yeah, dude, Sergeant Rock's my boy. It's my favorite. So my favorite comic book characters is Sergeant Rock, Captain America, and the Punisher. And this was like, shit, in the 80s, 70s. 70s for Sergeant Rock, because I was reading comic books really fucking young. And I had it all, dude. I had every appearance of Sergeant Rock in my comic collection before I sold it all. I had it all. All of them. All the Brave and the Bolds, and when he crossed into the other war titles, and all that shit. I had it all. First appearance. It's like storming here. It's cool. Ice Cream Soldier. I got all those. You've seen all those minis I have. I did Easy Company in miniature. So I actually produced a Sergeant Rock in my minis company back in the day. Under Haunted Tank. Yeah, I did a Haunted Tank too. Oh man, Weird War Tales, man, that was great. And then another thing that this is the problem. It's hard for me to find people to play Weird World War II because, first of all, like you guys said, it's very niche, right? And the rules that are around that are still being published, they're just like 40K. So it's like the people who are playing it don't realize that they don't have to play with these army lists and it has to be fair. And let's have some stories. Let's make some fucking stories. Let's make some fucking memories with these battles. Who cares if you have 100 more points than I do in like the Force organization? What is a TONE in a damn pulp story anyway? Throw that shit out the window. Let's have Nazi cultists, big titties, monsters, GIs sucking on big old giant stogies, Brits with their umbrellas and their fucking, Sten guns and, Russian waves of troops. Or Soviet, I should say, Soviet. But man, it's just like, people see, like I do con games. I go to cons and host these World War II. They're fucking, everybody loves it, right? Because it's like, what is this? Wow, this is amazing. It's like a story. It's like you're playing out a comic book. You're playing out a pulp novel. It's not just like my 1,500 point army versus your 1,500 point army, and we fight. And, we take that widget where I'm in the 1 inch circumference in quadrant 3. You don't have to play like that. And it's hard, and a lot of people don't realize that you don't have to play like that. It's just because they've always played like that, the tournament style. Man. Sucks. Yeah, I mean, role playing with minis. But it's not. I mean, I don't know. It's and even like if you even do that, and I've talked about that a lot too, is like, in my opinion, I haven't found any role playing system that can handle realistic, like modern combat. It's not possible, unless you're talking force fields and shit like that. I mean, a bullet is a bullet, and if you get hit in the face with a 45 caliber round, you're fucking dead. You're not going to just lose 5 hit points. You're going to lose 5 inches from the middle of your skull. So it's like it doesn't feel right when you role play. A lot of this stuff, but that's just my opinion. That's cool. Yeah, and that's, I see a lot of that. I think the more narrative play, like the skirmish level rules are getting closer to that. It's still kind of like competitive play with like points and whatnot. But there's tends to be more story to it, and I think there's more kind of variation of like, oh, you found the widget of Zagnar that gives you whatever, and it's those little caveats and these little things that pop out of nowhere that makes it a little bit different, a little bit more fun. So I think that's cool. Oh yeah, I was a huge Twilight 2000 player, man. Yeah, we had. It's funny because we had what the 15 millimeter Twilight 2000 minis back in the day. I think they were 15 mils. We had a lot of that, and shit. We were in junior. I think I was in junior high when Twilight 2000 came out, and we were fighting in our hometown, like protecting our girlfriends from the Cubans and the Soviets, and the assholes of the school were like traitors. They were working for the Eastern, the West Warsaw Pact or whatever. It was fucking great, man. It was just so ridiculous. It was like, oh, my girlfriend's been kidnapped by the Soviets. We gotta go get her. Oh shit, man. It was good stuff. That was fun. Yeah. I know that they just released the new Twilight 2000 edition. Oh man, it's funny. There's I can't remember the channel, but one of the guys who wrote Twilight 2000, like the background and stuff, he was talking about like, they didn't have fucking the internet back then, right? So they were like, they were reading Jane's, books. They were reading, like, his, like military magazines and shit, and like, like the military manuals and whatever to come up with like the shit, like, the world that they were in. They didn't have a lot of the specs, I mean, Jane's is a pretty badass reference back in the day. I remember every once in a while I'd find like a Jane's armor and an artillery book, those big old hardback fuckers are like this thick at like the half price bookstore or a secondhand store or some shit, and I'd buy that shit up quick because Jane's, that stuff is just like. And then even then, guys, Jane's wasn't 100% on either because it was just kind of there's those secret things that not even the analysts have access to. So, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Oh yeah, but it was funny because I was big into the old like the 50s and 60s men's magazines, right? Before they all went to porno mags, but before that, it was like pulp stories, like GIs, stuck behind enemy lines, and the waitresses of the local tea house, like, were helping them try to escape. I love that shit. I mean, I was a big reader of all that pulp magazine and the pulp novels and stuff, and I used a lot of that in our adventures in Twilight 2000. So that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, like the men's magazines. Oh shit, I love all those pulp artists. Fantastic. Kutzler is my favorite. It's funny because he went from the pulp kind of. He's really famous for his Civil War stuff, right? So he went from Kutzler. He went from like all that pulp stuff and kind of like media stuff to like Civil War paintings. And his Civil War stuff is phenomenal. But he did all those great covers, man. Lots of great artists back then. Weasels, yeah, weasels rip my flesh, yeah, all that, and the crabs are attacking the guy and all that stuff. Yeah, those are great. Frank Zappa. Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think. Brian, you're talking about Sven Hassel. Was he like the? Did he do those books? Like I think he was like was he a Dutch like secret agent or some shit? Or maybe he was I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what you're talking because I've read some of the foreign writer pulps and they're a lot of fun. I want to say it was Finn. There was like they made a couple of movies of him too, not too long ago. I want to say. Oh shit! I gotta close this window, man. The rain's coming in. Let me close this window real quick, guys. I want to get my computer wet. There we go. But yeah, Justin, what's up, dude? But yeah, that's some cool shit. The pulp books back in the day were fantastic. it's funny because I've read there's been a couple books that have come out like kind of like history of the pulps and the artists behind them and stuff, and like they got paid nothing, man. They like the models that they used, you know. They would stage these models in the room, or like their buddies, the other fellow artists would act like, you know, he'd do this, and you know, they sketch it, and then they, you know, make him into a soldier with a knife or whatever the fuck. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Squall, okay, Russia, okay. Oh, dude. Oh, that would have been cool. Nerd, there's a comic book. I want to say it's called Mother Russia. Okay, and it's about this female Soviet sniper and her child, and they're stuck in Stalingrad, and Stalingrad's been infested with the undead, and it's her trying to escape. I'll have to let me. I did a entry of that on my blog, and I think there's a link to a free version of it. Let me see if it's on my blog real quick. But it's pretty cool. And she's just surrounded by the undead. I think it's called Mother Russia. Yeah. Let's see. This is Stalingrad, 1943. One baby, one rifle, 2 million zombies in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. A Soviet sniper risks her life to protect something she hasn't seen in a long time. A perfectly healthy baby boy. This is a great change. Okay, yeah. So let me. Oh, here. Yeah. So I have a link to like the. Let me. I'll put a link to the. My blog entry, and then there you can read it, and like there's a link to that to read it. So. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's a cool read. It's a good read. I enjoyed it. It has some good artwork in it too. There you go. That, you know, that could be, and I tell you, man, there, you know, as niche as Weird World War II is, there's a lot of it, guys. There's a lot in novels, in movies, you know, TV, comics, and then us war gamers. I mean, war gamers we're making all sorts of kick ass adventures and stories and stuff. Like my you know, I have to toot my own horn. My Weird War II campaign. I mean, I got all these characters and all this story, and it's ongoing. I need to do more of it. It's hard to, you know, Mel's a little burned out on wargaming. You know, she's not a wargamer at heart, so she does it because she loves me for the most part. But I have to limit that because, you know, I don't want to drive her away from it. So I haven't really found a lot of people that, you know, around me that want to play it. So, but yeah. Oh, does it? Oh shit. Let me. It may again. That blog entry is probably. Shit, when was that blog entry? That was July 30th, 2020. So that was a while ago. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, that sucks. Did that site go down? No. Did comiconlinefree.net go down? Let me see if I can find it. Let's see here. Yeah, it's good shit. The online comic place I used to oh dude, that sucks. Oh, that super sucks. So the comic book online comic book site that I used to is down. It's like been nixed. Oh, that sucks. That was my go-to place for comics. Well, shit. Yeah, so I don't know. You could probably find it somewhere. There's a couple other online comic book, dude. Because I probably have hundreds of fucking links to that place. Anyway, but yeah, that's a bummer. There should be a HTTP or whatever. There should be a link. It's in the text. I don't know. I'm not sure what HTTPS is, to be honest with you. It's like a link, right? You know, Brian, you're talking about like a tank battalion. So like when when the Iron Curtain fell, right? A lot of that like 50s, 60s like Soviet like television started to come into the West. And there was this one TV show, like I think it was called like Four Men, a Tank, and a Dog, or some shit like that. And it was kind of like combat, but they were tanker. I think I want to say they were Polish tankers, and they manned a T-34, and they had this like German Shepherd. It is pretty cool. I've watched several of the episodes. It's pretty good. But yeah. All right, Cinematic Man, it's good to see you, dude. Oh, it's cool. It's Kex Comics. I'll have to check that out. I don't know that one. Yeah, man. Let's get that game together, brother. Seriously, we'll throw down some dice and do some weird, and if it turns out cool, make a battle report of it or something. I'll even lend my voice. Now your voice is probably better than mine. Shit. See you later, brother. But yeah, it's a cool movie. Like a tank and a dog. I can't. Shit, it's on my blog. I got 20 years worth of shit on that blog, guys. If you really want to find some movies and books and comics, go to my blog. It's got tons of shit on there. It's a good read. And there's some XXX shit on there too. So, tons of books. Let's see how many entries of comics I got in this fucker. I'm not much of a reader anymore for books, but I got like 150 books / magazines entries. There's 387 different comic book entries. There's 838 different movies and TV, / TV. So yeah, there's lots of cool shit on that blog. So check it out. In fact, it was funny because I upload like World War II, Weird World War II movie. Play by mail, yeah, that'd be cool. Hell, just email and just I guess you could. Well, shit, we just do it live on the phone, like on the internet now. You don't have to do that like mail by mail anymore. Yeah, you guys go check out Cinematic. His YouTube channel is fucking awesome. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So what have you been up to, nerd? I really haven't been on the guys' channels much. I work a lot during the day now, so I just don't get a chance to go swing over there. And I usually come home and I pass the fuck out. I saw that you put up a couple new STLs, pretty cool. Like that, was it like a British like technical? That was pretty cool. I need to think about getting one of those copier things. That'd be sweet. Not that I'm copying anybody's shit. But yeah, I've been, like I said, I've been printing up just somebody else's stuff lately, and 100 already. Damn, that's awesome, girl. No, I think she has. It's a big mix. She's got Germans, and Americans, and Brits, and Soviets, and she's got Italians and Hungarians. She got it all on there, man. Seriously, guys, if you guys want, any World War II / Weird World War II STLs, go to Nerds. Her account, her profile is just rife with everything. You want a platoon of King Tigers, or I should say Bengal Tigers, in whatever scale that you want. Go to Nerds account, download her shit, and you can put laser cannons on them. You can put fucking X7, anti-tank guided missiles on them, all that stuff. It's awesome. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the cultists had some interesting They had that 38T with like quad. What are those fucking Maxim guns or Vickers guns on them or something? Talk about a meat grinder! Holy shit, that's pretty cool though. It's weird. It's like the Colts are all like they all wear fezzes and stuff. I haven't read. I don't think I've read any of the background during the Dust 1947 releases, so I'm not familiar with the cult. I know they're a cult of like Cthulhu or whatever, Nyarlathotep or whoever the fuck, but I don't really know the story. They look cool, but they're like Arab or Moroccan or something. But yeah, it's but I've got, in fact, I'm almost finished painting up these damn. I've got these. You guys can see. This is like an ambush pattern for. I think this is the Hands or the fucking Heinz. I can't remember. This is the laser cannon one. Anti-tank cannon, or the anti-tank laser. So there's a glare on this shit. I don't know why. There we go. There's the ambush pattern. I haven't put any decals on it. So there's that. I need to print that. I need to finish painting that one, and I need to finish painting the anti-aircraft version, and then I'll be able to. I'll have everything for the next Dust thing. So here's that. There's like just, I think those are quad 20s or 37s. I don't remember. Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going down later on. When they had that debacle on the Kickstarter thing, I kind of like fell out of Dust for a little bit, and I didn't really follow anything in 1947 until later, like almost pretty much when they started to go. The prices were getting so pricey. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're the best models. I think they're the best Weird World War II mechs in the business. And but man, you were paying for that quality, and it was expensive. It was expensive. I just couldn't get into it at the time. Oh yeah, the Muslim volunteers, yeah. Didn't they have like their logo was like a scimitar or something like that? AT-40, Dust was like a spinoff of, not a spinoff, but AT-43 was what Paulo wanted Dust to be. But I guess I can't remember who produced AT-43, and they're like, no, we want a sci-fi thing. We don't want a World War II thing. We just want sci-fi. So he kind of made it fucking a sci-fi thing instead of a World War II thing. So yeah. It still looks cool. The mech, I mean, you could easily buy those mechs, the AT-40 or the AT-43 stuff, and just slap on some fucking World War II iconry and numbers and paint jobs on that shit. It'll definitely look like a Dust thing. So Brian, you mentioned that. I just bought the Dust mod for Shadows over Normandy. So I have those coming in like probably a couple days. I'll have like the actual. It has the Axis Apes. It's got the Axis Zombies. It's got the Laser Grenadiers, the Recon Grenadiers. It's got the Totem Master, the kind of like guy with the gas mask, the like zombie master dude. It's got Marcus, that super gorilla. It's got Bazooka Joe. I think it's got, oh shit, I can't remember. Rhino, his crew, the Power Armor guys, the Barbecue Squad, and the fucking Shotgun guys. And it's got like a Pounder. It's got like several of the mechs, so it's pretty cool. It should be cool. So we're gonna throw together a Dust Shadows over Normandy game, so it should be cool. Using actual Dust, pieces, so it'd be cool. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, I get, especially in Europe, because Paolo's from Italy, right? And but he was, I think, the people who were investing in it was in Spain or some shit, or France, and the whole World War II, Nazis and shit wasn't, whatever the fuck that is. But that's a real thing, and if you're in a market to make money, you want to make shit that doesn't have to mess with any of that crap. And I mean, I get it, but yeah. But yeah, Dust. From what I've talked to Paulo a few times. He's a cool guy. He's really easy to talk to. Really accessible for the most part. If you have a means to talk to him, a really nice guy. But yeah, that's what he told me pretty much. But then I guess he that was a success for a little while, and then he's like, all right, we're gonna do Dust. Dust. It's so weird because in the States, Dust doesn't seem like it was ever on the board. But like when you go to Europe and Asia, it seems like Dust was like really fucking popular. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but in the market that I lived in the Dallas, Fort Worth area, or Central Texas, in the Texas, I should say, Dust was never fucking here. No one ever played it. No one carried it. And if they did, I didn't even know about it. You'd see it maybe at a con here and there, maybe, but you never saw it in a shop or anybody playing it at in a shop or anything. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's really talented. I talked to him. When the COVID hit, he got stuck in like, I think he got. He lives in China. He lives in Hong Kong, I believe, if I remember correctly. And but he got stuck out in like fucking like Taiwan or the Philippines or some shit. He got stuck out of the country and he couldn't get back in because China closed the border pretty much. So he was out of country for fucking like months and months and months. And I think that was another reason why everything kind of went to shit. And he couldn't anyway. But yeah, and then I think it was just getting too damn expensive to do it. And now with and then when COVID hit, the fucking the supply chains just crumbled, so it even got worse. So yeah, I don't know, shit. Texas is dust, huh? It can get dusty here at times in certain places. Yeah, I mean, in the States there were online stores that carried it, like I got most of like all the official dust stuff I got was from Miniature Market when they were selling it at like incredible discount. Like I got so much shit for like 20 bucks pop, 15 bucks pop. Like those four-legged like German APCs and those big old tank killers and aircraft. Oh shit, like 15 bucks a pop. I bought like platoons of that shit when it was happening. But then back then Miniature Market was discounted. Like everything was discounted. But it's not anymore. It got bought out by whoever. I don't think it's as discounted as it used to be. But that stuff was always the cheapest place you can get it. And that might be a reason why no one carried in the shop, because they just couldn't fucking compete with those guys. I don't know. Yeah, it was crazy, wasn't it? I mean, it was like they were selling everything for like nothing. I never seen that before. I've seen liquidations before on lines and stuff, but I mean, these things were like expensive to buy, like full price, and they were selling them like they just want to get rid of them. Like for whatever the story was there, maybe they had a time limit, they had to get rid of it, or they had too much of it and they just needed the space or whatever. But they discounted the shit out of it and they sold it all, man. It was awesome. Yeah, it was like 1/3 easy, if not more. Yeah, it's just, I mean, and I feel bad. It's like, someone asked me like, I was on a podcast the other week, and they were talking about, what do you think the future is going to be like for wargaming? And I'm like, I mean, it's going to change, guys. I mean, the whole idea of like companies making minis as a mini line, and physical minis. I mean, it'll be there, but it won't be like it was, man. Because I swear, people who are going to work, because wargaming is expensive, guys. So it's like we either wargame or we don't. So if we're going to wargame, we're going to get a 3D printer. We're going to print up our shit and we're going to play, right? And it's like, be 3D printing bootleg or not. If you're paying people for the STLs or you're not, the reality is I seriously think that that's going to go that way. Now, the people who don't have printers, they're going to be the people who still buy, but they're more than likely there's going to be companies that just print STLs for these people. So it's like Joe wants, this, fucking Pershing tank in 28 millimeter. So instead of going to a Warlord and spending like 50, I don't know what it is from Warlord, he lives in Texas. Instead of going to Warlord and buying it or to the shore, he's going to buy the STL or get the STL and hire Steve to print it for him. There you go. And then, so what I think is going to happen is it's not going to be about the mini lines so much, like the cool mini lines. It's going to be about the rules. I think games companies are going to have to really fucking make awesome rules that people want to play, because you can get the minis. The minis, I mean, you can get the minis for free or cheap. So, and I know that sucks for the producers. And listen, support those producers that you like, and I do the same thing. I still buy physical stuff, but I don't buy it like I used to. I mean, I'll be honest with you. And I plug those lines that I really dig and support those people. That's what you should do. If that's what you want to do it. And if you can afford it, do it. But like, if you want to play 40K, and you don't have any money, you're gonna go the printing way, right? And that's why GW is like, oh, you can only use our stuff in our tournaments. Well, you know what? See, you're just shooting yourself in the foot, because what's going to happen is people are just going to do third-party tournaments. So this is what I was telling some guy at a shop. I'm like, why would you play in a sanctioned GW game or tournament, right? Why don't you just hold your own tournament? The only restriction is that the pieces have to represent, clearly what they're supposed to represent. The same size, and they gotta, like, a Sister of Battle has got to look like a Sisters of Battle, right? And then everybody throws in $10, and like there's a prize, like there's a purse at the end, or you get a discount. You get store credit or whatever the fuck it is. And I guarantee you would have more people attend that than some official GW sanctioned thing, because you know why? People can afford free minis, or buying resin, or paying people to fucking print it up for them, painting it up and playing. They'll play. They want to play, right? So I'm like, shit, that's what you need to foster. Let's just start playing. I think there's going to be more playing than there is, like, I think people want to play. But anyway. But again, I feel bad for the minis companies, but the model is going to have to change. It's just the reality of it. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I'd be more apt to like buy a cool set of rules and just use, like, I've got enough World War II shit to never buy another fucking World War II model ever again, ever. Right? I have enough shit that I never have to buy anything ever again. But I'm not going to do that, because I'm a fucking war gamer. So, but like, this ability to print is going to make people, like, perfect example. I was printing up a small, like, I'm making a Slanesh army and like an Imperial army, like Imperial, 40K army, right? I'm doing true scale. So they're bigger than normal. The 28, human size is the base, and the Marines are big, anyway. But I would have never done that. I would have never started doing that, right? if I didn't have a printer, because I wouldn't buy GW 40K stuff, because first of all, the scales are all wonky, and I would want like the scales that the stories make them out to be. And now I can do that on my own, and I can use whatever fucking rules I want. Guess what? I'm still playing 40K, right? I'm still enjoying the lore and the story and the look and all that stuff, and I'm pushing like, yeah, Slanesh is cool, you know, Marines are awesome. Still pushing that IP, but I'm just not paying for it. I'm playing it though. I would have never done that if I didn't have a printer. So you got people that have access to these new genres they never would do because they wouldn't have the money. Now they're playing these games. So now I'm not going to use GW rules, but if I was wanting to play 40K, I would just go buy the rules and none of the minis and just play with my minis and play the rules. There you go. I think wargaming is going to be rule based more so than mini lines because people are just going to get their own minis from wherever. I don't know. See, man, that's how they design these games. It's like it's tournament based. It's like, you know, it's competitive. I never play. I mean, I've played a lot of, not a lot, but I've played, you know, dozens of tournaments in my lifetime on various games, and they're fun. You know, it's not particularly something I like, but I'll do them from time to time. And there are those, but I've never done a GW tournament, and I know that those can get super competitive and, you know, the army, whatever. I don't do that shit. I don't do point lists. You know, you play by the mechanics and the point weirdness of the army list. I don't know. That's just pass. I want to have a couple. It's like, nerd, let's sit down. Let's throw some weird World War II down. We'll throw some dice, kill each other's shit, have a good time. You know, that's cool. That's what I want to play. I don't necessarily need, but if I do play a tournament, I think there's better ways on how to play it. I mean, let anybody shit in. I mean, again, have it representative of what the army needs to be and play. You'll have more fucking people attending because they're not having to worry about, you know, oh, I can't bring my printed shit. Oh, I can't bring this third party kind of looks like a Space Marine, but isn't really army. But now I can play it. And they're adding to the hobby. They're generating friends and experiences and joy and fun. And guess what? They'll come play that tournament next month and the next month because it's a fucking blast and they have an army to play with. So I don't know. Oh, that sucks. No shop, 30 years, man. I mean, the brick and mortar like retails are gone, guys. I listen. My first job was a comic book shop, dude, as a kid, and it was magical working there. You know, and that's where I was introduced to Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader and all the other fucking shit growing up, all the comics and all that stuff. I was lucky to have that in my hometown, and we can still foster that instead of like selling the shit. We have like, I think the way of the future is like, the one thing now is like people don't have a place to play, right? That's why you have all these online fucking things, which is fine, and the new generation is used to that. So the new generation is going to dig that because it's what they're used to, right? But I think if you had like a badass like gaming hall that had rooms for like card gamers and war gamers and role players and all that kind of shit, I think that's the way of the future. It's a social environment. People come to play whatever the fuck you want. There's no like what you can and can't play. Everybody can play whatever they want. And I think those communities will grow in that form instead of like the brick and mortar buying your stuff there. Now you always have, I think like supplies, like hobby supplies will always be sold in a store in some way or another, because it'd be easier just go up to the store and buy a $3 bottle of paint than like order it online and spend $5-6 shipping plus that kind of shit. So you can just go up to the shop and buy that. But I don't know. I like metal too. I mean, I'm a big metal guy too. But it's just like, if it means like this truck, like if I had to have this truck, right? It's some French World War II era truck, right? if I needed this, I needed it, and no one had it in metal, right? But I have those STL, free STL. I'm gonna go fucking resin. It's just like fuck it. And that's and nerd hits it on the head. It's like if you take a little time and invest in like the technology and how to make these STLs, you can turn things into the kit bashing thing is done electronically now, and then you can print like King Tiger with a fucking laser cannon. Back in the day, you'd have to find a laser cannon from somewhere and glue it onto a Tiger turret. But now, like Nerd can do with her skills, she can like get these designs and stick them together electronically and then print them out into a physical form. Now you're doing kit bashing on the computer, which is fucking awesome. I need to do that. I need to learn how to do that because there's all sorts of shit I'd love to do. Have like close combat, assault troops with 4 fucking arms instead of 2. It's like, hey, bonus. Just imagine a Japanese bonsai charge with Japanese soldiers with 4 fucking arms with like swords and fucking sticks and whatever the else they have in it, all running at you. 100 of them running at you. 4 fucking arms. That's awesome. But yeah, and and that's true. The variation, you can modify the STL to give him a mustache, or he's got a patch on his eye, or he's got burn face, or it's a girl instead of a guy, or whatever. But yeah, it's just the Black Reach. I know of it. I've never played it. It looks cool, man. That game is so fun. It's like the Heroes of Normandy / Shadows over Normandy / Black Reach, or whatever, the Devil Pig stuff. It's like a miniature game without the miniatures, but it feels like a miniature game. It's a lot of fun, I have to admit. I don't really have a problem with the kids, be honest with you. I mean, I think it's if we're not somewhat accepting to the new generation, this hobby's dead, man, because it's a hell of a lot cheaper to buy a video game and play across the world. But hell, even the video games now are having problems. They're making video games that no one wants, or whatever, or they're too expensive, and everything's a micro fucking transaction or whatever. And I think I've read that people are getting away from the AAA games now and going to like kind of like the older games and like kind of like like independent kind of games, like small, like not free games, but cheap games. I don't know anything about that. So that's kind of cool. It's true. It's true. I mean, again, my way isn't the right way. It's just how I play. And I think ultimately, when everything's put aside and all the politics and all the old grognards and the new thought and the old thought and my way, your way, whatever, I think it all boils down to we want to fucking play, right? We want to play this game. We want to play whatever game. We want to roll dice against each other, kill each other's toys, and have a laugh, have a good time, build memories, And I think that's ultimately what we all strive for. But it just seems that that's the lesser of the hobby. That especially as we get older, we have more responsibilities. Gaming itself becomes less, and then the hobby, painting shit and building stuff and saving up to buy it and finding someone to play with, that takes up more time than actually rolling dice, man. And that sucks. That super sucks. I think it should be more gaming than anything. Yeah, I mean, and we talk about that too, Justin. It's like, just sell some snack. Like if you do a brick and mortar, like a gaming hall, like if I were to do it, I'd charge like a monthly fee, like $20 a month, and you can come in whenever. Come in for as long as you want, but like $5 a day if you just come in for the day, $5 a day just to get in, $5, $20, for a fucking month membership, or whatever, that kind of shit. And then like in the shop, I would carry like hobby stuff like paints and brushes and fucking shit like that. I wouldn't carry, and maybe rules, but I wouldn't carry mini lines. I wouldn't carry models, because I mean, it's just, you can get all that shit online or for free, better and cheaper. And I guess you could do that technically with the model supplies. But again, I think if people just need a fucking bottle of paint, they would come to the shop more apt than to just buy a single bottle of paint from eBay and pay $7 for shipping or some shit. But then, yeah, put vending machines or arcade games. Have a couple pinball machines in there, have a jukebox with badass jukebox. Kids put, buck in and play some badass music and, buy, fucking sodas and sandwiches or whatever, That's how you make your money, like a membership fee and then just like, food or something. There's a way to do it. And then, and what is the cost? Again, I'm not a business dude, but what is the cost to just make some tables of various sizes and shapes or whatever, for whatever game systems, buy the space and make tables and have some, you're not having to mess with product. Really, you don't even have to sell anything but snacks or, even just membership fees. Just the air conditioning, pay the electricity to keep it going. But I don't know. I think I just hold like carrying lines fail. Again, you're competing with online vendors, free STLs. There has to be a different way. Oh, that's cool. It's funny because, I lived in Killeen for 10 years and that was Fort Hood. And it's so weird because there were like soldier gamers, but most of the people that were gamers were either ex-military or not military. So I don't know. Maybe Fort Hood just didn't have a big, gaming, the troops weren't into the gaming or something. I don't know. That's true. It's true, nerd. I'm the same way. It's just like, I want to if I come to a store, have a table, have access to some badass terrain, sit some nice comfortable chairs to roll dice with. Maybe, maybe bring your own drinks, bring your own booze, have a couple of beers, roll some dice, have a good time, talk with people. Hey man, check this game out. Come over, and you meet new friends. Shit. Telling you. There's a way to do it without spending $1 million to get into it. Keeping people out of it because it's so pricey, and building those communities and building those friendships that'll last fucking forever. And killing each other's toys. The buy-in to 3D printing is really low, HS. It's like, you can buy a printer for like less than $200, and then resin is like, $40 for 2 liters or something like that. And you can print a shit ton of stuff with that. A shit ton. You buy some gloves, nitrile gloves. They're like what, $10 for fucking 100. It's really a low, and then you're just one. If I were to print like a 1/48 scale, like fucking Pershing tank, right? Boom. I'll get one of Nerd's STLs, print out a Pershing tank. Dude, that would cost, that one print would, if I were to buy that like from Tamiya or something, that would be the cost of the fucking resin, the whole bottle of resin, just that one print. And it takes very little of the resin. You hollow it out or whatever, and it doesn't take, you can print a platoon of them and still have plenty of resin to do another platoon. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, I think the buy-in is a hell of a lot better than like trying to buying a starter army. Man, I think you get a lot more out of your money if you could print. But again, some people can't print. They don't have the space. They don't have the inclination or time or whatever. I get it. The new generation doesn't deserve toy soldiers. It's true, guys. It's like, as I get older, I look at all this shit around me, and I really, you know, as I get old, I'm like fucking 50, dude. I turned 51 this year, and it's like I got a lot of shit. I mean, a lot of fucking shit, and it's like I don't want to burden my family with all this shit when I kick off, because I don't know what to do with it. They'll probably just give it away to you guys. So when I kick off, just reach out to Mel and go, Mel, we'll take this shit off your hands if you don't want it. I should probably just give it to you. So just a heads up. So when I kick off, don't kill me though. Don't kill me. Just wait till I die naturally, and then ask for my toys. That's true. Old school, new school. I'm the one with the laser tank. You got it, girl. Yeah, no outside food. Yeah, I mean, just we got shit here. Throw down some, and then I mean, I know I've seen some stores say like a $5 minimum purchase if you come in and play. I mean, I don't know if that's the tone of that seems a little bit shittier than just like a $5. Hey, $5 to get in. You got it all done. I'll put a stamp on you, like a smiley face stamp, and then there's like for Mondays or whatever. You have some stamp for the day, and you just stamp their hand, and you're good to play all fucking day, dude. And tomorrow will be a different stamp for another $5, or if you're on our, monthly, you just come in and play. Yeah, you can like keep lockers, and I guess you can rent a locker, keep all your fucking, your armies, your minis. I don't know. Fuck, I wouldn't keep my shit. No, I have to safeguard my shit. But no, I've seen people I've seen people, game shops that have lockers, like with locks. They can keep their people keep their paints up there. Like when they come up, just bullshit, they'll just paint or something like that. And they keep their paints in there. But yeah, I mean that's a good idea too. They have like some paid locker bank or something like that. Have a bathroom, shower, so for those smelly guys. I mean, shit. I've had conversations in my head. I'm like, hey Steve, come here, brother. Man, don't take this the wrong way, but you stink, bro. Here's a complimentary shampoo, complimentary bar soap. Just run over there, take a quick fucking shower, or go home, change, take a shower, come back. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You just stink. You gotta get that stink off. You come back and play. It's all good. You don't want to embarrass the guy in front of everybody. You just bring him to the side and say, hey, you're stinky. Come back 15 minutes. You're good. Shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. You had a coffee shop, huh? Oh, that sucks. Fascist lease bastards. Yeah, yeah. But think of this, man. If you were able to get like a small town, right? If you were able to find people, print up some armies, man. Like full fucking armies. Like, hey, man, host some games. They dig it. Hey, man, I got this army. You want it for like $20? Fuck yeah, dude. There you go. There's a way. Bribe them to play with you. I've seen that. I've seen guys buy rule books in like. I remember in fact, my first bolt action game I played, I didn't have any like the order dice or whatever the fuck, right? I was just using like just normal dice, and like one was I just whatever. And some guys bought me some order dice, just like, hey man, so you have them next time. Oh, that's cool, dude. I appreciate it. And I had a guy buy me the rule book too, so that's cool. And I played with them quite a bit too, so that's cool. Too much junk. It's true, man. It's like I kind of went printing crazy, right? When I first got it, I just printed everything. I'm kind of slowing down and picking. I'm fuck that. I'm still printing like a madman. I'm never gonna paint all this shit, but I have it. Okay? So HS, the feeling, right? You're wargamer. You got to get that shit because you don't know if it's gonna be there tomorrow, right? So like with Victory Force, there were some minis I never got I didn't finish off something I need from Victory Force, and I don't have access to those anymore. They're gone forever, right? But now you can just get the STLs. You don't have to print the shit. You can have the STL, like let's say Sisters of Battle you had a fancy for them, right? But you never had the money to buy them, and whatever the fuck, and so, but you found them all in STL, and you're like, I'll just grab those, put them on a disc or a file, and I'll just, if I want to go back and print them up, I will. Now you have all that shit, and it's just in a computer form, and you can print it whenever you want to. You don't have to print up anything you don't want at the moment. So it's like, if something breaks or something, whatever, something gets stolen, I don't give a fuck. I'll just reprint it. It's awesome. Oh, what's up? You're Brian. Hey, Brian, you pay attention over here. I am, dude. I am. Like a bus pass, yeah. Yeah, have lockers. Shower, yeah. Laundry. It's funny. It's like I told Mel. It's like, Mel, I'm gonna open up. If we ever win the lotto, I'll open up my game store, and you can open up your nail salon next door. So like, when all the guys or all the gamers are gaming, their spouses who aren't gamers that are happy that they found a place to game themselves can come over and get their nails done or their feet done or whatever. Yeah, strip. Yeah, just get a big ass strip mall. Life size bus on 3. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people using like having services that they'll print shit at a cost or Shadow. What's up, dude? I'm gonna crack this window. Not the storm is going. But yeah, we're just talking about gaming, man. Gaming. Cost plus the fee. Yeah, I mean, like have a flat, maybe like an hour, because it takes certain many. It might take an hour or 2 hours to print something. Just have like a flat rate, like $5 an hour, and then like the cost of the resin that you actually use. Because on the printer, you can set it up. You can put like on the parameters. You can put like the bottle of resin is 2 liters and it costs $40. So when you print, it'll tell you like how much that print actually costs in like resin. So you can just add that, put a chart, just stick a certain percentage higher on it, and there you go. I mean, there's ways to do it, and it's still low. It's still low. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than like if you've got a Land Raider STL, right? Print it up for like $5 $10. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than $80 model kit, whatever. And it's like, hey, I'm printing their file. That's it. I'm not fucking selling anything. I'm just printing what they gave me. Nails and games sound cool. Good to see you, Shadow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, minimum wage. There you go. Just have some sort of flat, time fee, I guess, and then the resin cost. Shit, people like you would even do it, right? You do that, like print up a fucking, Panther tank for $6, $10. You don't even have to put it together. It's all fucking right there. Maybe you have to put like the turret on there or something, but for the most part, it's like, it's all, it's all right there. You just print it up. Then you can have them do a platoon at a time, fucking 135 scale if you wanted to. I just shove the money to this. You're charging yourself. There you go. So there's a way to save some cash. That's funny. But yeah, I think and again, I'm new to the whole prank thing, so I mean, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. Seriously, I'm pretty tech stupid, so I mean, there's a little bit of learning curve, but you have cool motherfuckers like Nerd answering questions and helping you out, and like Justin helping me out with shit. And I'm telling you, just the gaming community in general are really like positive, like help people from what I experience. And again, I don't play a lot of the mainstream games, so I don't know what the mainstream vibe is like. I don't know what the GW community's like. I don't know what, you know, the Wizards of the Coast community's like. I don't play any of that shit. So I don't know what that's like. But a lot of the independents, just the people who play because they want to play for fun, they're all fucking cool. In my experience. Yeah, I mean it's true. HS, it's like I got so much shit, and then, you know, that's why I was saying like in my Weird War II campaign when like a special character, like a named character dies, I'm just gonna give it away or sell it. I don't need it; they're dead. So just the mini's gone. If I want it again, I'll just fucking print it up. Just find something that's the question that's the same thing or it's something similar and just print it up. There's a little bit. I mean, you don't want to sit in a small room with the printer going, you know, all the time. I mean, you need to ventilate it. And that's what I have, like a big fan right here that just ventilates out out the window. And my printer's just like right there, and I have my door open and my air conditioner's on, so there's a lot of airflow going through here. But yeah, you wanna. And then that's true. So some resins are different than other. Yeah, you want to be in a ventilated area. It'd be like airbrushing. You know, you don't want to airbrush or spray, you know, rattle can stuff in a small, you know, room. You want to have some fucking ventilation for all that shit. It's the same thing. I mean, it's not that strong. I haven't smelt any resin that strong as like a fucking rattle can, you know, enamel paint. It doesn't smell anything close to that. But yeah, you want to be in a ventilated room, and it's not, and like the toxicity, like on your hands. I mean, if you're allergic to something, yeah, you have, you know, it'll, you know, burn you, I guess. But there's like some irritation. If the resin gets on your fingers, there's a little irritation. You just wash it off. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't want to drink it and lick it, and put it in your eyes and stuff. But you know, that's like anything. You know, you don't put enamels. You know, drink enamel paint, or you don't put super glue all over your hands if you don't have to. You know, and if it gets on there, you know, just wash the shit off, scrape it off. You know, I started to do that, and I should do that. I should just do a real quick, like maybe I'll do that next week. Maybe I'll do just like a small print, just show you how it, just a link, because I'm as layman as you can get. I'll just tell you in layman's terms. There's a lot of videos out there already out like that, but no, I never got high on glue, man. I probably got high on Tester's liquid glue, just building models over the years. That's for sure. You know, hell, even that's not as, you know, resin's not even that bad. Like model cement, it doesn't smell that bad. Yeah, man. If you like, I guess if it stays on you, yeah, because you can feel it. It feels like a greasy film. You just wash it. I wash my hands after every print anyway. I mean, even if I wear gloves, I'll take the gloves off, and I wash my hands in like the citrus, like the grease cleaner that you get, like you know, mechanics and shit use. That's where I wash my hands after a build. And I'll like clean my, you know, I use paper towels when I clean the shit. I have a cure and a cleaner now, so I don't hold a lot of the shit anymore, right? So because I have like this curing machine and this cleaning machine that just spins like alcohol, it just cleans it. And then when I take it, put it, you know, pop it off the print, I have like paper towels to soak it up, and then I just spray the surface of my table. But again, if you got a burn, you just, you know, just fucking start wiping it off, wash it off, start to feel it. It's not gonna like, I don't think it causes cancer or anything like that. I mean, you know, I guess it could fuck you up, I guess, if you like, pour it in your mouth. Shit. Yeah. I've seen a couple. One of the big guys. Look, I got like sunburn guys. See, since I'm door dashing, right? It's like my left arm is like browner than my right, and then like my neck, it's fucking all red. My ear, this side of my face is darker than this side. It's from sitting driving in the car all day and that sun just bearing down on my fucking face. But yeah, it's good content idea for sure. Yeah, don't drink the rose like that. One of the guys, the Goober guy, Goober Paints or Goober Town or something like that. I guess he's a chemist, and he did like a video of like the chemical like level of it all or whatever. And yeah, the DoorDash 10. There you go. And he I mean, I guess he's a chemist and he's worked in labs, and he says like even if you're not the most strict, it's very mild, irritant really, like on your skin and stuff. But you don't drink it, and he tells you like how to dispose of it. You don't necessarily want to pour it down your drains and all that kind of shit. But yeah, Goobertown Hobbies. Yeah. That guy is such a trip. But yeah, he did a really good video of like the chemistry of it. And it's funny. His big thing is like shake the resin, because he's saying like there's chemically, there's components that need to be like. But anyway, but he swears on shaking your resin violently before you use it to get it all mixed up together and all that shit. So that's what I do. Seem reasonable to shake up your printing medium to get it all mixed up and the same consistency or whatever. Yeah, and that's what he basically says. He's like, if you're soaking in it like palm olive, for hours, it's gonna start to. It's like, ow, that shit fucking hurts, But like, if you get a little bit on you and you clean it, you'd be mindful. One thing that I've noticed doing these prints, because I use a lot. Alcohol is like the cleaning agent, right? And this was actually before I had the cleaner. I was using a brush and I was holding the product, the glove, and my hands were drying out, and I would have to after I washed my hands and everything, and the alcohol, it just dried out my skin. I just put lotion on it to just like, hey Mel, give me some of your lotion. My hands are drying out. Oh damn! Yeah, Justin was saying that some guy had spilt like some on his pant leg, and he didn't clean it up or whatever, and then after a while it's like started burning his skin. That sucks. Yeah, yeah. Don't use it as a skin treatment. You'll be all right, right? And don't snort it or sniff it. Just put a towel over a bowl of it and just sniff away. So yeah. Oh, I mean, shit. Oh, I see. I've never seen that. You're exposed to the UV incurred. Oh wow. I guess yeah. UV light, is burnage on your skin. I've never had a cure. Like again, I haven't got much on my skin. I mean, at times when you're taking the build off the plate, there might be some residue, and it might get on. If I'm not wearing, I usually wear gloves anyway. But if I didn't, there might be a little bit on my fingertips. And I just go wash my hands after I do it. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, I got this big box fan that fits like my whole window right in front of me here, right here. It's on high, and it just blows the air out. And then I have I've got the vent system, and the air conditioner's on, so it's blowing air and it's sucking air out. Get my door open and all that shit. So yeah, it should be pretty ventilated in here. And this is a decent sized room. So, but yeah, have a steady flow of air flowing that way. Get out. So I mean, again, I think if you're like an airbrush, spray booth kind of level of venting would probably be like fantastic venting. Have some sort of just fan venting the fucking room. The nerd's done a hell of a lot longer than I have, so. And I just started printing up. I was on hiatus. I hadn't printed anything for weeks. I just started printing like a few days ago. Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you can just. Yeah, you could. You can just. There's like the big like the cover that goes over the plate. You could just drill like a hole and attach like a tube out the window and just bend it, with a fan, bend it out that way. Yeah, shit, that's a good idea. So I got a question, nerd. So I've got like the Eligu Mercury Plus cleaning station, UV station thing, and it's right next to my printer. Right now, I'll cure the print, but like I had put a piece of cardboard between both of them, because I didn't want that UV light to penetrate the printer. Is that hood, the cover over the printer, is that UV repelling? Because I didn't know, because I didn't want like the UV lights getting into the print. That's why I put that cardboard between both of them. But I mean, if that hood thing is like UV resistance, then it should be fine, right? No, I just put a piece of cardboard between it. Okay, so okay, I wasn't sure, because I mean, you would think it would be some sort of resistant, because any UV light getting into there, it would fuck it up. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, so with the curing station having a cover, and then the printer having a cover at 99.7, I think I think we're pretty good. That's cool. Okay, so yeah, that puts my question answered. Thank you, appreciate it. I think other than that, hey, again, it was kind of intimidating at first, because it is like a chemical. I'm not a chemist, and I hear you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and you do it, but it's not like really above and beyond, like I have the dedicated scientific room with scrubbers and fucking whatever. It's kind of reasonable, like common sense. It's like you do have kind of like this chemical smell and like chemical odor, emanating from the chemical, and you just want to evacuate it out of the room. And you can use masks and stuff too. But I mean, it doesn't seem like, because I don't think if it was like heavily toxic, like any exposure is going to put you in a fit. They probably couldn't sell it to the public, general public. It'd be like a controlled substance, I would think. But but again, it's just like anything. I mean, like if you got a piece of resin and you're using a Dremel on it, you don't want to breathe in the fucking dust from it. You want to wear a mask and ventilate that dust out of there, so you're not bringing it into your lungs. I mean, it's just kind of common sense. But we've been doing that for a long time. Before resin printers, we had resin model kits that we would shave down and cut up and sand and whatnot. So it's the same shit. But yeah, hope that like I have some buddies that bought a printer. They haven't even fucking opened it yet. It's like it just seems a little bit daunting, because they just don't know what it's about, or they haven't done it yet. And it's really awesome. Really not that hard. You start doing it. It's pretty cool. Oh, soybeans, Jesus! Those damn soys. Their beans are even worse. But yeah, I mean, I've heard that. I've heard a lot of it is like organic. But us being organic creatures too, they can fuck us up too, I guess. If organic is wrong for I'm not a chemist. I'm fucking simpleton. I'm a war gamer. But yeah. But that, like, it's definitely, if you guys, whoever's watching that, go track down that Goobertown video. I thought that was pretty good. Me being new to it, and he was throwing down some. He was throwing down Bill. What's up, dude? He was throwing down some pretty heavy chemistry and whatnot. But again, he was speaking in terms that normal people could deal with. Could understand. So definitely give that video a look see and see what you think. Maybe put some of your concerns to rest. And then again, you can just ask folks like Nerd or Justin. They know a little bit more about it all. So yeah, so as organic as the arsenic, huh? Wonderful. Soya bean. That's the shit that Walter White uses to get back at his enemies. Gets a little couple beans and dries them out, chops them up, and sticks them in there, and sweet and low. But all right, guys. Well, it's 10:30. I got I'm going good, dude. Bill, sorry you came in right at the end, dude. I'm probably gonna end it. I'm getting beat, sleepy. Hit the sack. I think I'm gonna work tomorrow. Not sure. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Just a checkup. Say, yep, you're old and you're fat, and you got sunburn on your face. That's it, baby. Elvira. I just bought. So every week, I usually buy like a T-shirt. I throw the old T-shirt away and get a new T-shirt. I bought a TSOL T-shirt today, and the other day I bought what did I buy? I bought Maximum Overdrive T-shirt, and I bought I bought a Return Living Dead T-shirt. So I had to replace the one that got too old and chopped up. Well, good, man. Yeah, I got lots of shit to lurk at, dude. But yeah, sorry, Diver. I'm about to head out. Are we still calling you Diver? Or are we calling you? Can't call you Nerd because that's Nerds. Got that. Do we call you Angry Tabletop Nerd or 18N, or is it still Diver? Because I don't want to miss. It wouldn't be misgendering you. It would be like naming you, because you millennials. I don't know. You guys are sensitive. No, I'm gonna call you Diver. That's cool. That's the cool. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, again, sorry that Diver and Sean and I guess Bill, you guys came in a little late, but it's always a pleasure to talk to everyone. Nerd, Justin, Shadow, HS. You guys are all awesome. I'm going to hit the sack because I got to work. Whatever you guys do, this crazy mixed-up world, go get a 3D printer and print the fuck out of everything. And always keep it weird. All right? Misgendering. All right, guys. Take it easy.